from Manchester is Dean Herbertson.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up. First shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, nope, y'all can't copy ya. Bad moonwalking. And this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway. And we did it all way. Chrome music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT, it's hustling. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush it. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country.
This fight is over 3 2-minute rounds.
Well, we're back for our second fight of the evening. A bit of a wardrobe malfunction there. He couldn't get the robe off the glove. Have you ever seen that before?
Never in my years.
Never happened to Muhammad Ali, did it? Anyway, I'm looking forward to this one. We've got Dean Herbertson in there with Paul Pitbull Hardman. And anyone whose surname is Hardman, you know, you've got to give him respect, haven't you? So, first thing to note here is there is I think about a 10-year age gap. Paul being the older man. But he's definitely brought a few to support, hasn't he? Well, let's see what we make of this. I've got a feeling this could be quite an explosive fight, this one.
Yeah, Dean's just having a bit of a look. With it only being 2-minute rounds, you need a quick start, so we can't afford to look too much. But Paul's looking quite composed there on the back foot.
That was a good right hand, that. Oh, that was a good short right hand. You see, he caught him in an exchange there. They both threw right hands at the same time. But Paul's come off better. And Paul's just getting on top a little bit here, isn't he?
Yeah, he's landing some really, really good shots.
Dean's come to fight though, hasn't he? But I think that little spell knocked a bit of the confidence out of him. Having said that, he's come back on the front foot. He's trying to get his own shots off, but every time he gets tagged with the counter right hand, doesn't he?
I think that's what Dean needs to do. He needs to get on the front foot. He needs to get his hands up and let his shots go. And
he's bloodied his nose. Sorry to cut you off there, Dan.
No.
Bit of blood there on the nose of Dean.
He needs to do something. Dean needs to do something to upset the rhythm of Paul, because Paul's boxing really nice at the moment. He's on the back foot. He's just jabbing. He's placing his shots. He's not trying to load up with anything.
Oh, Dean does get in with the right hand over the top. And he tries the uppercut, but he gets caught doing it himself, and that one did hurt him.
Yeah, he's hurt there. I think the referee
is stop. No, he's giving him a standing count. Quite rightly there.
Yeah, he looked quite distressed there. I mean, Paul started really well here. Dean just needs to compose himself a little bit, maybe get back to the corner and take some instruction.
They're having a timeout just to, and this is what I like about the PBL. They take safety very seriously, and have a little stop. They're gonna just clean him up a little bit. Obviously, you don't see this type of stuff in pro boxing, but I'm all for this here on these types of shows because it shows that safety is paramount. So don't be, if you're coming down here to get involved with the show, you know that there's proper medics on hand. It's been run properly, and it's not just some white collar type of show. It's far from that.
No, and the referee done a great job there. He was straight in, stopped the action, cleaned him up, and away we go again. So yeah, brilliant.
And there's 2
stuff by
seconds left of the
referee.
round. Boom, there we go.
So I think this break's going to be really instrumental for Dean. He needs to get back to the corner and get composed again. He did show good signs in that first round, but Paul was boxing really well. He's boxing really well off that jab.
He did, but it was quite a torrid round for him because, here we are. I didn't expect that. Could have given us some warning, lad. But anyway, so yeah, it was quite a torrid round for him, but at the same time, Dean, he showed a lot of bottle in there, didn't he, really? Yeah,
he did. He's shown a lot of bottle, and I think he's got some power as well, so just in this second round, he just needs to find a way of landing them shots because Paul, at the minute, he's boxing off that back foot. He's boxing beautiful with a jab, and what I like about Paul is he's not putting too much power into his shots. He's just placing them there. Dean just has to be a bit cuter coming in. He can't telegraph what he's going to do because Paul's waiting for him. He's countering him, so just want to see Dean maybe get his hands up, move his head a bit more, and then when he lets his shots, let him go in bunches and keep that chin down.
Here we go. I was going to say when we were on screen there, whose hair transplant looks better, but we're gone now, aren't we? So we'll have to ask the viewers next time.
There we go, and again.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Right, whose hair transplant looks better? That's what I want to know.
Aki's or Dane's in the background there.
Oh, it's a laugh a minute here. PBL13 at the Hideout, which is actually a great cafe and bar itself, but this got this great little venue here, and it's perfect for this, isn't it? Perfect.
Paul at the start of that round just raring to go, wasn't he? He's really enjoying himself in there.
I like Dean, he's a tenacious little character, isn't he? Because he's still in there swinging away, trying to get that right hand over the top, but I think, and that uppercut's dangerous though, isn't it, that one?
Yeah, it's probably poor shot selection. I just think he needs to be a bit cuter coming in. I think he's got good right hand on him, but he just needs to work on that jab, maybe feint a bit more than he is to kind of disguise it. Because Paul's just waiting on the back foot. He's using his feet really well.
And then Paul's opening up there when he gets his spot. But Dean defended it well, got his gloves up nice and high. He's moving his head now as well.
Yeah, great little combination from Paul. Maybe should have switched it to the body after it. Because when he's throwing them shots, Dean's lifting his hands up, leaving his body wide open. Dean's just trying a bit too much with that right hand, leaving himself open.
Gets caught when he throws the uppercut, and Paul's got him with a couple of good shots here. But Dean, again, is a tough little Pitbull type of... I know, even though Paul's nickname is the Pitbull, Dean's a bit of a Pitbull himself.
Yeah, full respect to Dean there, because when you're in the ring and it's not quite going your way, it's very hard to sort of give up and just go into your shell, but Dean's not doing that. He's trying to make a fight of it.
Fair play to him. Got a lot of respect for that. And then the ref calling time then. Just have a look at the blood. Paul looks like he's enjoying it, doesn't he?
Oh, he's loving it, yeah. He's loving it. He's fighting a great fight, to be honest.
Yeah.
He looks really composed in there.
And I said earlier, in this corner over here where if he wins, I'm going to be interviewing him. He's got quite a few fans there, so we might get, I don't know, we might get a few hollers in the crowd, I don't know.
You're used to that anyway, aren't you,
yeah,
mate?
well, only when I'm on the catwalk.
Taking a long look in that corner, Aki.
There we go, and action is back on. I'm glad because it's an entertaining little fight, really. Didn't want him to stop it just then. There's 30 seconds left of this round.
It's one of these fights, although Paul's been quite dominant and he's boxing really well. One shot can change this. If Dean can land that big right hand, it could change the whole fight.
But I believe Paul's 1-0 at the minute, so he wants to maintain the unbeaten record. And even though Dean's toughed it out as well, you'd have to give Paul the second round as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Both rounds to Paul. And you know, Paul's biggest challenge now going into the third round is just to stay focused. You can hear his fans there cheering. It's not done yet, it's not a foregone conclusion, so he just needs a nice positive first round, stick to his boxing, do what he's doing and see it out. For Dean, he has to go for it now. He's well behind on the scorecards, I believe, and he just has to go for it now, hell for leather.
Yeah, because as you've seen, you know, one shot can turn it around, and you know, if the referee, because the referee is a good referee, we've seen him before, haven't we? This guy, he's a good referee, and he knows when to stop a fight. And if someone's getting the granny beaten out of him, he's going to stop it. So sometimes you might just want to gamble in a situation like this. Throw the kitchen sink and see what happens.
I think Dean needs to gamble. The challenge Dean's got is Paul's really good on his feet, so when he's coming close and he's coming into punching range, if Paul's not throwing himself, he's moving, and it's making Dean just fall short a little bit.
PBL13 at the Hideout Cafe and Bar in Bolton. And we're into round number 3 of our second fight this evening. Dean Herbertson against Paul Pitbull Hardman. So far we've given the first 2 rounds to Paul. And let's see if Dean can change the outcome here. He's going to need a massive round. But it's decent little movement from Paul, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice display of boxing and moving. Because he's just throwing his shots, he's moving his feet, and this is what Dean needs now. Make it a little bit ugly, get nice and close and let some of them shots go.
But you know what I like about Paul is he's not wasting too much. You know, he's not going crazy, is he?
Yeah.
He's just picking his shots quite nicely.
Yeah, because when you're in a fight like this and you dominate, it's easy to get greedy, but he's not. He's staying composed and very, very focused. And he's just landing his shots, and he's just on his bike, and very, very smart stuff.
I think the referee has stopped it.
The
referee has stopped it.
Look, going back to what you're talking about, Aki, about the referee, top quality referee. He saw that Paul was dominating the fight. In the third round, there was no signs that Dean was going to turn it round, so he just called it a day, and I can't argue with that decision. I think it's a good, compassionate decision.
Yeah, well done to Dean. He gave it a good shot there, but Paul, clear winner there, and he forces the referee to call a halt to the contest.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, by way of stoppage, your winner is, in the red corner, Paul Pitbull Hardman.
Right, I'm here with Paul. Paul, listen, congratulations. We're in the right place here because you've got your friends here, haven't you?
Family as well. Yeah.
So, well, listen, you boxed really nicely there as well. Like, you didn't rush, you didn't, like, you know, come over your front foot. So, are you happy with your performance?
Yeah, I've been ill since my last fight. I've had like chronic fatigue syndrome, so I've had to do a specific training camp, you know, to get around my illness. But that's why I just kept it nice and sweet, and you know, it did the job. So, built my confidence up a little bit, done it for the next one.
And I got to shout out Dean as well because you hit him with some clean shots there, but he stuck in there, didn't he, to be fair to him?
Yeah, shout out to Dean, obviously. He stood there and he didn't give up. He kept coming back and put on a good show.
I thought at one time we weren't going to see you in the ring because you couldn't get your glove out of the robe. I thought it was going to be fight off here, but you managed to get it out there. Was that part of try and psych him out?
That was harder than all training I've done getting my glove out there.
Right, well, listen, you're 2-0 now. What do we want now? What we're going to see from you next on PBL shows?
It could be I could go up in weight, I could go down in weight. I'm unpredictable, so I'll be back though in about another 9 weeks or when the next show is.
Listen, you got to call Paul.
Canelo next.
Canelo, he wants Canelo at 168 pounds for the unified title, so watch out for this guy. Nice one, Paul. Top man.